to the money. Why you laughing? Ain't shit funny. I'm tryna wait. I'm tryna go hard in the paint. I'm tryna wait. I'm tryna stack cash in the bank. Bitch, let's get to the money. Why you laughing? Ain't shit funny. I'm tryna wait. I'm tryna go hard in the paint. I'm tryna wait. I'm tryna stack cash in the bank.
Welcome back. I mean, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here, right? It's the real talk. You know you gotta do, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Okay, we in the building. I got my co-hosts here on the side here. Co-host here. Co-host. And we in the building today. Today's a sports segment. Okay, so we gonna talk about sports. You know what I mean? All the great things that's going on. A lot of things is going on right now. And we got college sports players that's actually about to get paid. So that's some good news there. So what y'all think about that?
I personally think it's about time. I think it's about time that a lot of young athletes, especially college players, start getting their dues, start getting their money's worth out of what, a little bit of sponsorships and all those brand deals. It's not going to go a long way when it comes to doing what they have to do. And they can utilize a lot of that money. They can give back to their community. They can do, a lot of good work with the money that they get paid with. And it's going to help.
You think they're going to give back to the community?
Absolutely.
I think college players will take that money and do a lot of stuff with it, but not that.
I mean, people want to flex. People want to spend their money how they want.
They gonna flex.
They're going to do that. They're going to do that no matter what.
Deion Sanders' son, he gonna flex.
They're going to do that in the NBA. They're going to do that when they make it to the big leagues. But it's good that they start young so that they can get it out their system. A lot of times they don't get the right financial advice that they need to when they're young. So I think it's important that you start giving them that money so that when what they decide to do with it is what they decide to do with it. So let them have it. Pay them boys and girls too.
Oh, yeah, girls too. Mm-hmm. I think junior, senior year, I think that's the best class for them to get paid, or they should start after freshman and sophomore, junior, and senior.
I mean, I think it's good for them to start later on in the year, like junior, senior too. Mm-hmm. Especially if they're not not that young, a little bit older, especially because once you see, you don't know what you're doing. Once you're a freshman, you have no concept of money and you have no concept of anything. So you gotta start him a little earlier on. Especially like you said with Deion Sanders' son. I think he's a junior, freshman, sophomore.
I don't know. We need a search department real quick. Is he a sophomore, junior, senior? As we wait.
As we wait, though, I do see him getting gifts though. Like his dad do be like making sure he look good on camera. Like he do be giving him like gifts, like nice cars. Mm-hmm. I think he bought him a nice car recently, and I think they have that talk a lot too. So he's definitely on the right path when it comes to having that mentorship and that right person in his corner telling him how to manage his money. Because you want to end up like a lot of the big leagues who end up broke and have no money.
You're right.
Honestly, sophomore year is probably the best to start paying him because a year in you settle down. That freshman year of college, everybody knows like that's when you just fuck around, party, you do stupid shit. Like freshman year, you're just adapting from that. Okay, I'm no longer a kid. I'm not at home with my mom, my dad. Now I'm independent. So that sophomore year, you're kind of like more settled in, and you're like, okay, let me start focusing on school, my class. Okay, what is my major, just in case football doesn't work out. And I feel like that's another topic that people really don't think about. Like, what if football doesn't work out? What if you get an injury? And, sports is a business. It's no matter how many people think it's entertainment, it's mostly a business. There's politics. There's ways certain people run it. There's ways certain owners blackmail certain players and stuff like that. So my perspective is that, sophomore year is the best because it's the second year. And you're coming in, you're like, okay, last year I was just fucking around, partying and stuff. And the mature ones, you can be like, okay, this is where I start focusing on my longevity. I want to go to the NFL, I want to go to the NBA. I probably want to go to the German league, whatever their goal is. So now it's time to lock in.
Right.
I don't think any of them are mature, to be honest with you.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Some of the freshmen get it right away. They come in, they're like, okay, I want to go to NFL. You're my teammate, but you're not my friend. We play together, but I'm not going to go to a party with you. I'm focusing on my stuff. I'm hitting the books, And some of the biggest names, that's how they came out. You know what I'm saying? Like they always knew the perspective of business, and that's how they got to the level that they're at.
Can you give it like an example of one, like real quick?
Honestly,
top of your
I can't
head?
because
He said, honestly, I can't.
I haven't followed enough players from college into the transition of the sport league for real. But for example, some of the players that you could just tell by their personality. For example, Patrick Mahomes, he doesn't give me always partying vibes. Like even
Jalen Hurts is one too.
you said who? You said what?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts too. Like they give the vibe that they're more about their business, about their money. Like football is not only something that they love; it's something they usually take care of their family.
Right.
And that's why they come off so respected by other people on their team.
Yeah.
Compared to what's his name, the Bears quarterback, Justin Love, I think it is.
Damn.
Justin Love.
What were we trying to research again? Oh,
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders' son. He a sophomore, freshman, senior. We're gonna wait for that. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I do think what y'all think about Colin Kaepernick? He was a former San Francisco 49er quarterback. He did the kneel. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get back into NFL though. It's probably been like 6-7 years or so. Do y'all think he should go back to NFL?
It's too late.
Man.
It's too late. One, you try to manage a situation where not only as a black man, but someone who had no support for real. Like, yeah, you had, a couple of supports from celebrities, but they're not in the position to actually help you. The tryout was changed, and you try to like last minute turn it to like something for yourself to like kind of like be like, okay, I know you guys said this location, but I'm gonna do my own location, and that's unprofessional. When it comes to business, if you're agreeing on the business meeting and stuff like that, you got to be that time, that date. And I support Colin Kaepernick. I respect what he did, but he was the only one that did it. No one did it behind him. If it was the unison, you know how many black players in the NFL, they all took a knee with him?
Yeah, it
Even if 3 of his teammates took a knee with him, you really think
the coach would have been different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how different the outcome would have been? It would have been a historical change in event.
Yeah.
But it didn't go like that because why? He stood by himself. He had no support.
Feel like me, but sometimes like me.
You can relate to that?
Oh yeah, I'm calling Kaepernick for sure.
Yeah. It's a lot about starting a movement. If you're the only one doing it, it's not going to get much traction.
Look at the Black Panther. Look at all the historical movements. They had support. They moved as a unit. If you're trying to be a big man in 2023, it's not going to work. A big man in 2021, it's not going to work. A big man in 2018, it's not going to work. Think about the last big man, killed off. How long ago was that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King killed off. Like all those big historical figures, they were killed off, but they had a unit behind them. So what happened? You killed them off, guess what? Someone else steps up. To this day, they still have people advocating for their movement and stuff like that.
Like Larry Hoover and the Gangster Disciples.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people who subscribe and believe in that. So if you're a big enough name and you have enough traction behind you, you will start, a change. You will create a change because that's what we need an allowance in the legislature and a lot of the laws that are made. We need changes, and we need people who can stand behind what they say and do what they're gonna say they're gonna do.
But yeah, I just got the news, y'all. So Shador Sanders is a junior. Just looked it up for the research department. He is a junior. He looked like a freshman, but he's a junior, y'all.
Yeah.
That's good though, man. Players college definitely get paid. And yeah, Colin Kaepernick, man, as much as respected as he is, I don't think he'll ever get an NFL deal. I don't think the most worst team in NFL is going to sign him. It's just what he did, especially by himself, was too impactful, and they just the NFL had to turn his back on him. But he's a hard worker though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be a Hall of Famer, even though that's up for debate.
Honestly, it's too late. Another reason I say it's too late is because think about this. The league has changed so much from back when he was actually in the game. Like, he was a mobile quarterback, but his last 2 seasons, he wasn't really performing like that. And then now we have mobile quarterbacks that are black actually performing like that. Jalen Hurts.
Patrick Mahomes, like you just said.
Patrick Mahomes. I forgot he was black.
Lamar Jackson.
That's the biggest name. Yeah. They said, oh, you're a running back. You can't throw.
And now
next season, what happened?
He's taking it to the end zone.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like shout out Cam Newton because he used to be really mobile.
Actually,
he's one of my favorite quarterbacks.
Kind of had a Colin Kaepernick situation, but not,
Superman.
but similar.
What happened with Cam Newton that messed up
Yeah.
was that Broncos Super Bowl.
He did get
After
injured.
that
Man.
fumble, not only did
It injured him too.
it injured him, but not only that, it injured him mentally. Because
Man,
from there, if anyone that really pays attention, from there his
Bro.
production was.
if you look at it, a lot of quarterbacks, even Matt Ryan, who loses the Super Bowl, man, it just mentally it messes them up. When Matt Ryan lost to Tom Brady, like he never won ever again.
When you put on a spot like that and you fail and you don't
fell.
deliver,
You felt terribly.
it weighs down on you physically and mentally.
Yeah,
So you gotta be, I think his age got to him too because he's a father and he has a big family. So
Yeah.
he stays on that side. Now he's doing a lot more things with the younger people. Like he's working with Destroying, and he's working with a lot of younger people who are up and coming, and he's kind of advocating for them on that standpoint.
yeah,
So I think a lot of mentorship is if you get to that age where you don't think you can perform physically, then you got to see how can I give back to those who are coming up after me, see what they can do, and give them a platform. You know, a lot of people need that platform, kind of like what you're doing here. You're giving young people a platform to
I'm trying.
try and get their voice heard and get
I'm trying.
their name out there. So yeah, man. Hopefully he does something. You know, maybe he comes back. Maybe they renew his contract. But
It's a business. I think he should move on and do something else in business. You know what I mean? Sports shouldn't be your only output or your only source of money, you know?
man,
And he's still a superstar. He can make a merchandise for himself or brand himself with some type of shoe or something. There's always some different, or be a sports commentator. If I was Colin Kaepernick, I would have been a sports commentator, analyst. I'm just saying, it's like the easy way for you, ESPN, to be like, oh, fine, sure. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You play sports, you know sports, you got a good resume. And they pay good money. A lot of people don't know. Stephen A. Smith and all them working, they get paid
yeah,
good
Stephen
money, man.
Stephen A. Smith is in charge of a lot of the big decisions that are made
Yeah.
behind the scenes in ESPN. Like he's the one who paved the way for a lot of younger especially black guys,
Yeah.
to get into the sports news side of it.
Right.
So he's shout outs to him because he's done a lot of work that
Lot of
people don't
work.
really know about.
Behind the scenes, they don't even know about. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and recently he's now working with Shannon Sharp. You know, he got Shannon
Man.
Sharp out of the
Skip. Man,
he got out of Shannon Sharp out of
Shannon Sharp,
where he
man.
was before. What was it? Well, I'm forgetting the name.
I think
Skip
it
and
was-
Shannon.
The
show?
Yeah, Skip and Shannon. Undisputed. Yeah.
So now he's working with Skip. No, Stephen A. I'm sorry, Stephen A. I keep saying
at
Skip.
At first, he thought he was Skip still.
He did flip up and call him Skip. By
Hold on now,
mistake.
Skip. Oh, I mean Stephen A. Smith. Like,
He's still in that, but you know he gonna get there. He gonna
gonna
get
get
there.
there. He gonna get there.
So he's a good name. I love watching this show, and he's a very entertaining guy to watch.
oh yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, sports news is entertaining now. It used to be so boring. So
Mhm.
what they're doing now is amazing.
And I feel like it started with Stephen A. Smith, honestly.
Yeah.
Like from him even starting that little bit where he has like different characters and like the trolling the Cowboy fans.
Oh,
Worst
man.
team ever, by the way. Like
That's
it's like-
America's team. Why you gonna say
Whoa,
something
hold
like
on,
that?
man.
Don't
You
do
can't say
that.
that, man.
That's America's team, boy.
Hold
No,
on
they're
now,
not,
bro.
Yeah, the
Your
Patriots.
fan base call you boy too.
the Patriots have always been like America's team. Like not only the Patriot, but like the Belichick culture and stuff like that. Was kind of like what people like look towards, especially with all the history in Boston.
No, the Cowboys they're literally known as America's
Yeah,
team.
Cowboys.
But if you're a Patriots fan, just
No, yeah, you might as well say if you're a
I just
Patriots
don't like
fan.
Cowboy fans. They're the most annoying fan base.
I thought it was Jets.
For a mediocre team. No, I said fan base.
Oh, fan base.
Fan base. Yeah.
Yeah, they do too much.
Yeah.
They win 2 games. We're going to the Super Bowl. No, you're not.
and then
You
get
won
blown.
2 games. Wait.
they call
And they
call Dak
get
Prescott the
blowed
GOAT,
out
man.
40 to
Right.
10, and then the fans are quiet.
They
Like,
get let down every time, man. It's sad, but they're going through it. They be going through it.
They be going through it.
When was the last time they made it to the conference finals?
Bro, it
I
had to
couldn't
be research department.
When was the last time they won it?
He's like, hold on, give me a
When was the
second.
last time
work.
they won it? They won it what? 1996.
1990 something.
Hang it up, Cowboy fans, please.
It's been a while.
1996. Damn, I was even born.
Damn.
How about them Cowboys? Hey, how you doing, Cowboys? Y'all good?
I mean, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins, though. I think they're doing good. I think they're
Mm-hmm.
expected to do good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Tua coming back off that injury.
Yeah.
He really displayed what it's like to be a respected quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Even me personally, being there at the games, seeing how the team collaborates around him, seeing the energy that they have, they look at him as a leader. And honestly, I could say that I can't take back what I said about we should have went with Herbert over Tua.
Oh,
Just-
you say they should have had Herbert over Tua?
And the only reason
At
I
first?
said that was because I'm like, if he's injury prone, coming off an injury, why would you draft him? But the Dolphins clearly saw something in him that they were able to bring out to the point where that Broncos game was like they could have.
Did you see something in him or not at first?
Honestly, I saw more in Herbert, and even the way
Yeah.
Herbert came in the league was like everybody was like, "Damn, we should got Herbert." But that criticism and that talk probably got to Tua's ears somehow and made him, really transform and come out, or probably brought out more of what he already had in him.
What you think, bro?
I think the Dolphins are looking pretty good this season. We're on a pretty good streak. We have a good record so far. I think we're 4-1.
4-1, yeah.
So it's gonna take a lot of hard work to keep up that momentum. Bringing it, what we did with the Bills was just phenomenal. Like we blew them out the water, and that's what we need to.
I think you mean the Broncos.
The Broncos,
Yeah,
yes.
they lost
The
to
Bills
the
flew.
Bills.
Yeah, the
They lose to
Bills
the
flew us out the water.
The
So-
Bills is one of the most balanced teams in the
Yeah,
league.
the most
Like I
balanced
feel like they
teams.
could give anybody a run for their money right now.
So if we can focus on more of that defensive standpoint, that will carry us through. Because offense win games, defense win championship. So if you want to make it, far in the season, we got to focus more on that defense. Our offense is tight, but we got to get that defense going.
Honestly, the thing that's killing Miami as a whole when it comes to sports is we need to work on a bench. These players can't play every single game all the way to the playoffs
Right.
and then win the fucking Super Bowl, then win the NBA Finals. It's just impossible.
To the NBA Finals,
Yeah, because both sports, Miami in general.
Miami in general.
Because even the Heat doesn't have a bench.
Heat does not have a bench. That is true.
Yeah, you're right.
That is true.
Yeah.
We rely on the same people: Butler, Hero, Adebayo.
We actually lost someone off the bench, so yeah, you got to respect it, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of the Heat,
Speaking
what
of
y'all think
the
about
Heat,
Jimmy Butler's hairstyle when he pulled up?
Oh, that hairstyle was trolling. He's a troller for sure. He comes with a new style every season. Like
Every
last
year,
season, he
yeah.
did
At
he
this
did
point.
the long hair. He did the braids because Miami. He's a Miami boy now,
Mm-hmm.
so he wanted to bring something different. And he's a troller by heart, so he likes to play games with these news reporters and the media and social media and all that. So he's a funny guy. I like his energy, his fun, the energy that he brings.
Do y'all think he's the new Dennis Rodman?
New Dennis Rodman.
Hmm?
Nah.
I'm just saying, Dennis Rodman always switched up his hairstyles and did some wild stuff, but he can play just as well as Jimmy.
Hey, some compared him to they call him Jimmy Jordan, Michael Jordan's son.
Mm.
But in terms of fashion, I don't know. He can get there. I think he has potential. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him the next Dennis Rodman.
So what,
I think he's great though.
what y'all think about our expectations for the Heat? Y'all think we going to the finals again?
I don't think so, honestly.
Like, what's stopping us?
I feel like
Because of Damian Lillard going to the Bucks.
that would have completed the
It's
chain.
our leadership. For me, if I can
Yeah.
just interject real quick, I think it's our leadership and
Mm-hmm.
who we have up making the big decisions.
Mhm.
No shade to who we have up there, but some people need to be transitioned out and moved to another position so that someone else can replace them. I think Pat Riley should step down as the GM and maybe Eric Spoelstra can move from head coach to the GM position.
What's
so
wrong
that
with Pat? What's wrong with Pat Riley?
He
What's
didn't
going
get
on?
us Damian Lillard. So when you flop on a big business decision like that, it's like when a coach doesn't take a team to the finals, they get replaced, they get fired. So when you have a big decision, when you're the businessman, you're the manager, and you're not managing and doing your job, you need to be replaced. So
Alright,
you need
so-
to get someone who's able to cut those deals up and make it to like why we paying Duncan Robinson $19 million if he's going 0 for 7 a night and he's only scoring 2 points? Like why are we giving someone so much money and they're not performing?
So if you're in charge of the Heat, what would you have gave for Damian Lillard?
Damian Lillard, I would have paid out the bank for Damian Lillard.
We need a number.
Number?
Like, who says does the Heat even have enough cap space to afford what he was asking?
I would have cut that contract we have with a lot of the players that we don't need. Expire those contracts. Put them to, end them. Like why we paying Duncan Robinson $19 million. We can take some of that, allocate some of that funds. Another player, Highsmith, he's one we can get rid of too.
Maybe Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, for that big name, for that big player, we can get rid of him too. for a potential like Damian Lillard. Like look at what the Bucks got. Look at what the Celtics got.
Yeah, so we're not in the East at all, honestly.
Like there's no competition. Like we don't have any big. We don't have any
Big guys.
we don't have people to compete with.
Yeah.
We don't have any big players on our chessboard. We're dealing with pawns right now. We don't have any kings. We don't have any rooks. We don't have something that can really put a dent in a conference like the Eastern Conference. Like the Bucks have the highest chances of making it, and the Celtics. The Heat, I think, are 11th in the rankings of who can make it to the finals. So we need to look at who's at the top making those big decisions to get us where we need to get.
You think Spurs going to the playoffs?
I think their odds are higher than the Heat for sure.
But they're in the West though.
In the West, they have a lot of competition too. Like look at the Warriors, look at the Lakers.
Yeah, that Warriors deal is crazy, especially how Chris Paul. A lot of people don't remember Chris Paul don't actually train Stephen Curry.
But that's a lot of point guards. Like they have Draymond, they have Steph, they have.
Like, that's what I'm saying. The way they could format the layout for real, probably have Chris Paul play point guard, and then move Steph over. It could probably work.
Who's taller? I think Steph Curry's taller.
Yeah, Steph Curry's taller.
Damn, Chris Paul he's short. Yeah, that'd be a good lineup. Yeah. Dang. Warriors might go right back to the playoffs.
They might go right back. So
I mean, Lakers could try with LeBron. 21
But
here.
you gotta be honest.
Some role players.
LeBron can't. He's at the age where it's time for him to mentor other players. He can't keep depending on LeBron's the greatest. He has to carry. He has to carry. His goal is longevity. He's trying to play with his son. So why would he kill himself every single night?
It's LeBron. You might do it on purpose though.
I mean, even if you realize
he
he's slowed down. He's slowed down. He's more. He's slowed down.
Because he's seen potential.
That's why I'm saying
he has Austin Reeves to help him. He has people
he slowed down for the longevity.
He slowed down, but the team's losing. He's saying he has to step in. He's gonna step in.
If people who are injury prone, like AD, is not stepping up. Someone has to help him. Like it's crazy. Like he knows he has some unreliable people in his corner, so he's gonna have to take it because he plays every role. Right. He can do it all.
Yeah.
So he needs someone who can help him and be that.
White boy's name? He played with the LeBron and Lakers. That white boy, he's good. Damn.
Young guy.
He's like his second year.
Austin Reeves.
As long as he step up with LeBron,
that boy can play.
You're good.
Yeah.
So y'all heard the accident. There was an accident with the football tight end David Njoku. He got into a bad accident. His face from his upper body to his face got burnt. I don't know if y'all heard, but like, what's y'all thoughts about that? Do y'all think like it would affect him playing football, or you think it's gonna make him like discourage him in a way? He got like a real bad accident. It was in his house. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but it's kind of.
No.
I haven't heard about it. If it's just burns, he'll definitely be able to bounce back.
Yeah.
I used to play football in high school, and I'm emphasizing high school because going into high school, you don't even know if you want to play college for it. And I had teammates that I seen one of my teammates. He broke his finger, and he snapped it back in place and finished the game. So having that type of mentality, and that player didn't even want to go to college. He didn't want to play college. He just did it in the heat of wanting to win the game. So when you're talking about a level that high, when you're getting paid a lot, and that's the type of money you need to take care of your family, with generational wealth, the toughness is 10 times that. So I'm pretty sure if it's just burns and he didn't break anything, and he just needs to I don't know the process of recovering burns. So I think it's like auto leaf or whatever.
Y'all want to see a picture?
Just let it recover.
Put a picture on. Put a picture up.
I'm saying, do y'all want to see it?
Yeah.
You can show us.
Yeah, we can see it.
We ain't gonna show y'all. We're gonna show
Put a picture. So.
Yeah, it's a little graphic.
So.
Feel bad for him, but like you said, hey, he can toughen up and get better.
I hope he recovers quickly. I just hope he recovers and gets back to
Keep
it.
going.
He may have people relying on him, especially being a professional athlete.
Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Right.
I've seen worse than that. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Pray about it.
Just but a scratch.
Yeah.
But for real though, hope he recovers.
And he's a tight end.
And gets back into shape form so he can perform.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He's a tight end. They're like one of the toughest guys.
He's actually healing up.
He's healing up. That's good to hear. Yeah.
And then he's rich too. That's not another thing. I mean, he got the money to find the skincare to get that skin back and healing quick. The skin actually heals quick.
Yeah.
Be like a week.
Yeah. Your skin is an organ, so it's able
Yeah.
to
It was
recover. Skin is actually your biggest organ on
the
your
biggest
body.
organ in your body. Yeah.
So
That's true. Speaking of tight end, there was this debate that was brought up, and me and a couple guys were talking about it. Do you feel Kelsey is better than Gronk, or is it just hype? I personally believe that Gronk is better, and with the Taylor Swift and all this, the way they're marketing him right now, the hype has people believing Kelsey is better than Gronk. But if you go look at the footage, Gronk was doing some stuff that I feel like Kelsey is not at that level yet and is aiming for. Because Gronk was just unstoppable force. It's kind of like Shaq.
Shaq.
He's like the Shaq of the NFL.
Right.
Like I don't see there ever being another Gronk.
Nah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's. Oh, you want to go?
I think they're both great players. I think if you're talking about the tight end is such a important position when it comes to getting the ball, especially when you're in the red zone and you want to get those quick points or you're nickel and diamond. When you're relying on that tight end, you got to be able to find someone you can trust. And I think Gronk had a lot more connection especially with his quarterback when he was playing with Tom Brady. They had a deep connection, so they were able to find each other very well. And Patrick Mahomes is a very skilled quarterback, so he can get the ball in Travis Kelce's hands, no problem. So it's going to take some time for him to get to Gronk's level, especially with Gronk having the amount of wins he has and the amount of championship wins he has. So I wouldn't compare them per se, but I think it's hype. I think it's hype, especially like you said with the Taylor Swift. And Travis Kelce is not really the guy to be talking about when it comes to good tight ends. I think there are better names out there. Yeah.
Me personally, I think they're both good. Well, I like to be base players on rings, so Gronk got more rings. So for right now, Gronk is way better. But definitely, Kelsey is definitely the top 5 tight end, just like Gronk is. They're definitely top 5 tight ends in the league, including Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, that we just talked about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no one was like Gronkowski, bro. Like, as soon as he in the end zone, you couldn't stop him. You could put a linebacker and a corner on Gronkowski. He was just mobile and big, built like a defensive end that could just catch anything.
Huge guy. Like
one hand.
He was very good.
Tom Brady knew, like,
position.
okay, I'm going to throw it to him. Two people on him, doesn't matter. Gronk, he kind of has to find his way. Kelsey got to find his way to get open, and Patrick Mahomes has to move around to make sure he throws it right. But Tom Brady, in any situation, can throw it to Gronk, and he's a game
It's
winner.
a guaranteed catch.
Guaranteed catch, you know what I mean?
So
Can't beat it. Gronk doesn't have 6 rings. He has 4 rings, right?
4?
Tom Brady was in the league before him, so when Gronk came, he got like 3, 4 more with him. I think.
You would have to look that up.
I think
I'm
it's.
not 100%
I
sure.
think
I think
Gronkowski
he has
got
5.
4 rings, or maybe he has 5 rings.
I think.
He has 5 because he went to the Buccaneers. He went to the Buccaneers with Tom Brady. Look at that. That's how I knew Gronk was good. He went to the Buccaneers with Tom Brady and won with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge, man. To go to a whole different system and be like, dang, all right, and then still be able to do what he did. Gronk is good because I don't think Kelsey can do that. I don't think Kelsey can go to a whole different system. I'm not saying he can't produce, but I don't think he can win a ring in a whole different system. So Gronk did it though.
But when it comes to the Buccaneers, a lot of people don't understand that organization has been solid for like the past 10 years. They've been solid. They were making moves. Their only issue was their quarterback, literally. Jameis Winston was the only thing holding them back.
Yeah.
He was throwing like 10 picks.
Nah, he actually threw 30 picks 1 point.
I'm just saying that's like a minimum. I wasn't trying to downgrade him, downplay him. I didn't want to embarrass him.
Is that bad, like for a quarterback?
What? Interceptions.
Damn.
Bro.
Yeah, interceptions.
Oh, shit.
Like, he was giving the defense more chances to score.
Okay.
Like, them boys
some of those are pick sixes too. So.
Yeah, them boys just playing receiver when he was playing.
Right.
And mind you, he was a good quarterback. I mean, when he went to the Saints, he was really producing at first, but then he just had a downhill. I don't know if it's like a mental thing with him or adaptation or if he needs the right coach. I don't even know if he's still playing right now. I think he's
bench.
He's bench,
bench, yeah, you just said it right. He can't adapt. So good quarterbacks have to adapt, bro. Meaning, I threw a pick, but I'm still gonna win this game. For him, is once he got a downfall, it's a downfall. So yeah, can't adapt. But yeah, dang, man, the Buccaneers. I mean, no, you know what's crazy? They're doing good now with Baker Mayfield. I don't know how they're doing it.
Because the system that I was talking about, like I was telling people,
I think
that
it's the system, bro.
the system they had, I've seen it even with Jameis Winston, where they're still being able to win games even with them messing up.
Right.
Because they're you know, like a lot of teams have a solid foundation. For example, the Browns never had a foundation.
No, Jets never had a foundation. Commanders.
Yeah, and I think the Jets are cursed because Aaron Rodgers getting injured the first game is crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Like it's time for him to join Tom Brady and hang it up.
Nah, but Tom Brady didn't hang it up that quick though. He got him at least one more ring. I want that to be for Aaron Rodgers.
I don't see it happening, especially with the young guys and how he seems to not be getting the protection he needs. Honestly,
it's shocking. Like,
that's what it is. Like if he was on San Francisco 49ers, he would probably be.
He would have been more
crazy.
Successful. Hell yeah.
Even the Packers before he left, like they weren't protecting him as much as he needed to be protected. And the thing about NFL and quarterbacks, you're the smallest guy on the field besides the kicker and the punter. Once you get hit, you know, it's like 100 pounds more being put on you, and you can only take a certain amount of that before it becomes an issue.
Mm-hmm. Man, it sucks for Aaron Rodgers. I think the Jets are cursed, man. The Jets is cursed. The Cowboys is cursed. Like, that's why I'm a Dolphin fan, because at least we do stuff. You know what I'm saying? From the Miami Miracles to the playoffs, to the championship you won with Dan Marino. At least we do stuff, you know what I mean? But there's teams out there who ain't seen nothing in like 50 years. The Lions, for instance. But they're doing good.
The Lions are doing amazing now.
They're doing amazing
They shocked me. I used to be a Lions fan back in the day. When Megatron was playing, you know, and that's what got me into football. Watching someone like Megatron, because I'm like, damn, he's a big guy, but he's moving better than all these small people.
Right.
And that was entertaining to see. He was like he was playing like Gronk.
Yeah.
Like you throw it to him, no matter what the situation is, he's catching it.
And the Steelers had like this immaculate defense. Like they just had some of the best defenders in the league, and even if they weren't scoring high percentage of points, even if they weren't scoring like high points, they could still make sure that even their opponents weren't scoring either. So they had Roethlisberger, Big Ben, you know, scoring whatever they needed to do. So a team like that, when they had offense and defense, a good offense and defense, like that was that balance that a lot of teams couldn't replicate. That's why he's been with them for so long. I think he played with another team, but he's been with the Steelers. When he was playing, he was with the Steelers for a long time. And it's about that player who can play with the team for a long time, like Drew Brees in the Saints, or I forgot who was with the Chargers, the Chargers quarterback.
I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name too.
The Chargers was one of my favorite teams watching them because they had such like an amazing offense. I feel like they were all fast. Like they had this very like quick offense. Like you didn't know what they were gonna do next. Like they made it like so you couldn't read their movement. So
Phillip Rivers,
Man, Phillip Rivers. Damn, bro. Such a great player. But there's a lot of great players that never won a ring. Phillip Rivers, or Damian Thomason. Man, Dante Culpepper. A lot of great players that never won. But
and all it is, honestly, is teams adapting to you and your play style. That's why the league now and back then when they were playing are two different leagues.
It's nothing new being done. A lot of things are just being repeated because there's no like what's what I'm looking for? There's no innovation. I think there's no new things being created. It's just a bunch of repetition. Like they're copying old plays, doing old things.
there's some new things
But
being
how
done.
can you say that?
Yeah,
you can't say that.
There's
It's not like
because
it's not like I
think
have
about how
no.
the call playing is different. Players are more faster.
Yeah,
They're
like
faster.
a lot of things are different.
I'm not saying there hasn't been any change, but I'm saying it's
even
still
on defense.
a same kind of like there. Of course, there's been change. Of course, there's been more like different things being done. Like a lot of players, they can play multiple roles, or a lot of players can do more than just one thing. Like quarterbacks are running and throwing now.
All right, let me give you an
Wide
example.
receivers playing offense and defense.
For example, defense, how it changed over time. Think about Patrick Mahomes, how dominant he was when he was coming out, and look at him now. Right now, Russell Wilson has worse record than him, but his record is better than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Like his quarterback rating and record is better than Patrick Mahomes, and he's on a losing team.
Preach.
So that comes to my point where the defenses adapt. So a lot of people blame Russell Wilson for the Broncos being that bad, but is he really the reason if he's doing better than Patrick Mahomes is supposed to be the NFL is new Tom Brady?
Preach.
I think it's the coaches.
It could be the organization as a whole. Because think about it, after the Broncos lost Peyton Manning, what did they really do? Like the team
Nothing.
just slowly started going down. Players
Right.
started leaving.
Right.
It's like
So how do you remedy that? How do you remedy losing your star player? They got to start developing the young people.
that's
early
another thing.
on.
This is the
When
main
it comes
thing.
to the bench.
This is the main thing you need to do. If the coach cannot win anymore, he needs to go. They need to start over.
Fire that dude.
Be like Bill Belichick, prime example. I'm sorry, but ever since Tom Brady left, you haven't been the same. You got to go.
Get him out of here.
Because they have a lot of young players. The bench is all right, but your system don't work anymore. It worked for Tom Brady, but it don't. Got to go, bro. But I think the owner is scared to let him go because they won so many rings together. Listen, stop worrying about history. Like my
Right.
friends say, this is a business. If you're not doing well anymore, you got to go. I'm sorry. Hey, you're a Hall of Famer. It was great doing work with you, but Tom is not here no more. We can't win no more. You got to go, Bill. It's like that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's not the players. It's the coaching that matters. A lot of people don't understand. Because I thought Tua wasn't all that too. But look, they brought a new coach. Look what's happening. He's being protected more. The ball's executed more. Brought Tyreek Hill. Now he plays even better. It's the weapons. I don't care what nobody say. Tom Brady is great. But if he didn't have those weapons, would he truly be great? If he didn't have the coaching, would he truly be great? You need these stuff. That's why I call it a team. You build the right team, you start to win. Start to make things happen. And then some teams are just meant to be horrible because there has to be that one team in sports that's horrible.
I.e. the Browns.
And the Jets.
honestly,
No
when it
offense.
comes to Belichick, another thing that when it comes to adaptation, we seen that with Jimmy G as well. Jimmy G couldn't adapt. He had Tom Brady train him directly.
Jimmy Garoppolo from the
He said directly.
49ers.
Facts.
Yeah, like he had the greatest train directly.
And he still failed.
And he failed, but look, he left and then
Wait, 49ers or Bucks? 49ers
when he
or Bucks?
left
No,
the
Patriots to go to the
Patriots.
Bucks, to the
Okay.
49ers, yeah.
And then when he left and went over there, you saw how he was producing for real.
For the 49ers.
He was
so it's
producing.
great.
And now where is he at now?
The Raiders
Ooh,
not doing
Not doing that good. You see my point though?
not bad.
The coaching is all about the coaching.
Yeah.
It's all about the
And
coaching.
49ers is another one of those teams
They're a good
like
team,
the Bucks
though,
that have
that system.
a foundation.
They're a
Foundation.
good team.
There you go.
They do have that foundation.
That's why they
have a program.
succeed.
And
Mhm.
it always starts at the top.
Exactly.
There you
It
go.
always starts at the
There
top.
you go.
Whoever's at the top is signing those contracts and making those
Mm-hmm.
deals that determine what goes on at the bottom. Because a lot of times, especially when players are getting traded, like they say, because we're going to go back to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard didn't know where he was going because he was a free agent. He didn't know who he was going to be signed with until someone
He
called
wasn't a
him.
free agent yet. He was traded.
He was traded, that's true, but he didn't know where he was going.
Yeah.
He didn't know if he was going to the
If
Bucks.
he was a
going
free
to the
agent,
Heat.
he would probably be in Miami, honestly.
That's true.
Yeah, he probably would, yeah.
So it's not up to the players, it's up to the people who are in charge of determining where their destination is.
Yeah.
Because they don't get the say-so of where they really get to go. It's a business, like they say. So if a lot of people at the top know what they're doing and the majority makes the good decision, then that one person, whoever's not making that good decision, they can kick them out and say, hey, you're a problem, and they can fix that problem. Because a lot of players need that help. They need that person in that corner saying, this is the best decision for you. And they also need to say so in where they go. Because the commissioner could have vetoed that decision, but he didn't. Commissioners can also have a say-so in where the players go. They should have vetoed that trade and should have said, no, it's kind of an imbalance if you go to a team that already has a bunch of superstars. Like, what are you doing?
But the reason they don't do that,
What do you do?
the reason they don't do that is because we live in a league where super teams are what brings views. So when you see all your favorite players playing together, seeing them go against each other for such a long time, it's kind of like, do I really want to stop this and make it
Yeah,
more
like
competitive?
who cares? Just put Carmelo and Kyrie and KD all on the same team. Like, who gives a shit? Like, bruh, make it balanced. Like you say, it's scripted. It's a business. There's not really much you can do.
All right, y'all know what time it is for?
No, what time is it?
For time for prize picks. But we gonna come up with a decision on who's gonna win Sunday. So I have the games here. So y'all gotta let me know who's gonna win. Each of y'all gotta let me know. So first one, Commanders and Falcons. Who you think gonna win?
You said 49?
No, I say yeah. The Commanders and Falcons. Who y'all think gonna win?
Commanders.
I'm going Falcons. Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Colts, Jaguars.
I feel like the Colts could bounce back. I feel like they could bounce back.
Their quarterback is injured, but they could. They got a defense. They could bounce back.
I feel like they could bounce back.
I'm thinking Jaguars. I'm thinking Jaguars.
You're just gonna go against everything I say, huh?
I know you think it's that way, but wait till
I mean,
you
it's
see,
a debate.
wait till you see wait till he says the next one. I might agree with you. You never know.
All right. Next one. It's a tough one. Seahawks, Bengals. Seahawks, Bengals.
Ooh, okay, that's
Honestly, I haven't watched the
one.
Bengals game or Seahawks game at all.
Tough
Those
one,
two
yeah.
teams that I don't really look at because there's nothing pulling me there.
I think what Cincinnati has. Which quarter was his
Joe
quarterback?
Burrow, right?
They have
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Seahawks have Geno Smith. Yeah.
Joe Burrow. Geno Smith has, I think, been in the league longer. He has more experience, but Joe Burrow is he has a good set of hands.
It's a nice one. Yeah, you a good one.
Yeah, so I'm going Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Same or?
Since he's opposing me on everything, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks just for the fun of going against them.
All right.
All right. That's a safe one. All right, this one, I think we all know who's gonna win it. Vikings, Bears.
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 The Vikings have Kirk Cousins still, or did he leave?
Nah, they have Kirk Cousins still.
They still have
I
Kirk
feel like
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is the most consistent quarterback that is underrated because he always performs.
In
He
a way.
always performs and never gets credit. Like he always does what needs to be done. But somehow they still lose.
Right.
Based
So
on
that's
their
where I'm
record.
going with the
Right.
Bills.
Bears, yeah, based on that
That's
record.
where I'm going with the Bills.
Wait, you said Bears or Bills?
Bears, Vikings.
Bears, yeah.
Yeah, definitely
I'm going for
Bills.
the Bears.
All right, we just talked about how good they are. 49ers, Browns.
49ers.
49ers, no doubt.
That's
easy.
gonna be a blowout.
That's
49ers.
Like, who is the Browns?
Some team.
Like literally, they don't even have a logo for real. Like what's
Yeah.
their mascot?
They're just a color.
Bro,
That's crazy.
it's been years. They never even changed their logo. That's crazy.
right, but the Redskins expired and became the Commanders.
Commanders, right? Crazy.
But that
This
was
one-
political issues though.
It
This
was,
one's
yeah.
gonna be a boring game. Patriots, Raiders.
I got Raiders.
Okay.
I'll go with Raiders. I'll agree with you on that.
I like Raiders.
I'll give you that
Like
one.
the Raiders played pretty
Go
good
Raiders.
last game. So
Actually, Raiders are playing good now. They were on a losing streak. They're playing good now. Patriots has been horrible, like I said. Fire Bill. All right, next. Lions, Buccaneers. Two all right quarterbacks.
I like the Lions offense this season,
Yeah.
and since I used to be a fan back in the day, I'm going with the Lions.
I can't disagree with that one, so I'm gonna go with Lions too.
All right, perfect choice. All right, y'all. Cardinals, Rams. I don't really care for that game.
I don't care for it either.
Yeah, like I just
I can't
It's
even name
on-
a player on the
I
Cardinals
can't name
anymore.
a player on both.
Is
teams.
Kyler
that
Murray still the quarterback?
No.
You see, I don't
No.
even know. I don't know.
For the Cardinals, no.
Did he
So,
retire? Something what happened to him?
Injured or something, or he's trying to leave. I don't know, man. Cardinals is weird, man. I don't
Like
know,
last
bro.
I heard about him, he was on like that gaming thing. Like that.
Yeah,
he joined
like-
that some gaming group or whatever.
Yeah, it was random, bro.
Yeah, that man not focused on football.
Yeah, so
So
I'm gonna
Rams.
just say the Rams. Yeah,
Rams.
I'm
If I had to
gonna
go,
say
I'd
the
go with
Rams,
the
bro.
Rams.
Okay, this is a real good one. Eagles, Jets.
Eagles, of course.
Eagles.
Eagles,
Of course.
man.
All right, this is an easy one.
And I think they have a shot at the Super Bowl too.
Eagles,
Honestly,
Eagles again. I think they have
yeah.
can go back. Yeah, I think they can go back.
After they disappointed me, like I was posting Eagles gonna win, Eagles this, Eagles that. I don't know about Super Bowl, but they definitely,
Yeah, they go back to the playoffs.
they
for
definitely playoffs for sure. They're,
sure.
they're contenders for playoffs.
Mm.
Sure. All right, Giant Bills.
You said Giants who?
Giants and the Bills.
Bills.
Giants and the
Bills.
Bills.
I'm going Bills.
Bills.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Chargers.
Oh, Chargers.
I'm
Chargers.
never gonna go for Cowboys.
Yeah,
ever.
for some reason I'd rather go with Chargers. Yeah.
It's better. It's fun to hate on the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
fun. I don't know.
They're just so
Y'all.
annoying.
They're
They're just so
Cowboys.
annoying.
You're
I don't
annoying,
know.
bro. All right, last but not least, baby. Panthers, Miami.
I mean, who the Panthers got for that could stop
They got
our
the
offense?
rookie Bryce Young, but he's not redoing nothing.
They can't
and
do
the
anything
defense,
against.
it's a lot of young guys. Too much speed. You got Tyreek Hill.
We got the top 3 fastest
Panthers
players.
are the worst team. They're 0-5.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the odds is there.
We should break the record on them just because we didn't do
Hopefully,
it to the
hopefully
Broncos.
we take it easy on them, but we might break the record on them. We might.
Yeah. We're still above 500, so we good.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with the Dolphins though, like I feel like they're playing longevity. Even how the coach is like, okay, we're not gonna break the record, because in his mind, something's telling him if we push too hard, someone might get injured. So I really like this new coach. I really see him like he transformed the organization.
Man.
And I really see him becoming the new Belichick, if anything, with a more fun system.
Right. And his personality is a little
Yeah,
funny.
he has a good personality.
Yeah, I like
smart,
what he was doing.
He was with the 49ers.
Yeah, he's
one of the coordinators,
he's more attuned to like the player's personality, like who they are as a person. Because he was putting Tua on like a diet program. He paid attention to like how their health they are as a person, what they can eat, what they can't eat, like what their strengths are, what their he probably sits down and has like powwows with him. He's the type that's probably like, hey, how you doing, man? Like he really checks in on his players.
And another thing about him, he's young. You gotta remember that too. I think he's the youngest.
The youngest
head coach right now.
He's in his like
he brings a new perspective.
Yeah, new perspective. He
team.
understands the players more because he's in their era.
Almost their
like all these old heads talking about like, hey, you go do this, you go over there. Like we don't need that old shit no more.
Nah,
he's
relatable.
I feel like sports should start with doing that way more.
Yeah.
Like we're in a time in history where all these old politicians, all these old NFL coaches, all these old owners, everybody that's been doing it for so long, they need to move on and let some new guys step in, train them, and let them step in and retire because we already did it with the quarterbacks, so why not do it all the way up?
Like I said, with the Heat, you got to be changing of the guard. Old folks got to go, put them in a home. I'm kidding, but like there has to be a sort of changing of like perspective. There has to be new, fresh faces that we're not sick. We sick of seeing the old, same faces every year, every season. It gets boring. Like, they're getting wins, but, it's all about that viewership. Like, who's going to bring in the views? And you need a lot more younger viewers, a lot more new fans, people who can actually relate to and stick to the team and have a genuine liking for the team. Like, I like what the Miami's doing or the Dolphins are doing because they're bringing that new, fresh perspective. So it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to be a while. It's probably not going to happen right away, but as long as they're making steps towards that, and I feel like a lot of other teams should follow suit.
No, the Bills is their only the only thing stopping them is it seems like in our conference this year.
The Bills, yeah, they put up a tough game with us last time. So
you think if we play each other in the playoffs, we can win? We can beat them, y'all. If the Bills
it's too early to tell.
Too early to tell, yeah.
It's too early to tell.
We played them one more year, so it depends.
Because right now we're in the point where it's like 5-6 games in. This is the time where teams adapt.
Yeah.
This is the time where teams adapt. So 2 more weeks, we could probably tell.
Yeah, I think 5 games is like 29% of the season. So we're like over a quarter of the way through the season. Yeah, so.
And injuries could happen at any time too. You gotta keep that in mind. So, God forbid something happens to anyone.
We're waiting for Jalen Ramsey to come back because he's injured.
Speaking of injuries, I don't know if you were done with the team picks. I wanted to get into like people who are into like sports betting, who are into like getting their, making their money out of watching sports. Like you're not just watching it for entertainment, but you can get some real cash out of making those decisions. If you want to get into sports betting, like there's a lot of different outlets you can use. And this is not a sponsored segment. I'm just saying this is what I'm getting into. I like having a league, what's called a fantasy league in sports. A lot of different websites do this, like Yahoo, CBS, and ESPN. And if you want to actually, bet and make money, you can use sites like FanDuel and DraftKings, and you can place bets. You can pick a team, pick players, set up your roster, your team, and it could be not too many players.
Are we advertising right now?
No, we're not advertising. I'm just.
I
think it's.
broke it down.
I think,
Sponsored by DraftKings.
But if you want to, if you want to have a little more fun with the watching sports, they're just sitting there on Sunday afternoon watching the big game and not getting anything out of it, you can place a little wager. Hey, my team is better than your team. You draft a set of players. You have a league. You have the commissioner and team managers. You feel like a real sports manager. You draft your players, the best team you could come up with, and when they score points, you make points. You go head to head, or you can do a point base where it's you against the whole league, and whoever comes out with the best points has the most points by the end of the season wins the whole championship.
And we are not sponsored, by the way, y'all.
No, we're not.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey, y'all. It's the real talk, man.
I'm tryna stack cash in the bank. Bitch, let's get to the money. Why you laughing? Ain't shit funny? I'm tryna go hard.